Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Plague Doctor Stories. As always, I'm your host, the Plague Doctor. Today's story is Flight 1525. On a moonless night, a transatlantic flight soared through the darkness, ferrying passengers from the United States to Europe. Most of the cabin was asleep, wrapped in their blankets, cocooned by the drone of the engines. But as the hours ticked away, whispers began to spread. Passengers exchanged uneasy glances, murmuring about a strange figure seated at the back of the plane. A pale, shadowy presence seemed to linger there, its features obscured by an eerie mist. People felt a shiver down their spine whenever they looked in that direction, as if an icy finger touched their skin. As the flight continued, unease transformed into fear. One by one, passengers reported unusual occurrences. Overhead lights flickered, casting eerie shadows across the cabin. Footsteps echoed in the aisle when no one was walking. And then the whispers turned into cries as chilling breeze swept through the cabin, extinguishing the reading lights and plunging the plane into darkness. Flight attendants frantically scurried around, attempting to restore order, but the radios crackled with static and their frantic calls for assistance went unanswered. Passengers huddled together, clutching to their belongings and praying for the order to end. A man in a business suit, a skeptic by nature, decided to investigate the mysterious figure at the back. He moved down the dimly lit aisle, his heart pounding, his steps muffled by the thick carpet. With every step, the figure seemed to retreat, disappearing into the mist. Finally, he reached the last row. The seat was empty, but the air grew frigid, and the man's breath turned to mist in front of him. He heard a faint whisper, haunting and indecipherable. As the mist swirled around him, panic gripped him, and he turned to flee, only to find the cabin transformed. A once familiar interior had dissolved into a haunting scene. Passengers from another era filled the seats, dressed in inadequate clothing and staring ahead with hollow eyes. Their ghostly forms seemed to merge with the mist, the moans bound to the hum of the engines. The man's screams echoed through the cabin, as if triggered by his fear. The plane jolted, turbulence rocked the aircraft, and the overhead compartments burst open, spilling their contents onto the unsuspecting passengers. In the chaos that ensued, the plane's lights flickered back to life, revealing the terrified faces of all those aboard. The man had ventured into darkness, was nowhere to be found. When the flight finally touched down in Europe, the passengers disembarked, shaken and pale. They spoke of ghostly presence and of a haunting that transpired through the night. The story spread, and for years to come, travelers avoided overnight flights, fearing the ghosts that haunted the journey between continents. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I can't grow this channel without you guys, and I appreciate all the support you can give. As always, thank you. The Plague Doctor. Thank you. Subscribe.